Guys, other than that, nothing new. That's the line I would expect to remain mine scores of years after my death. I say it when I've been holding court for some unreasonable stretch of time, full of my latest raft of stories. Those close to me frequently ask me to go first when our mutual regaling starts. They know I will have a plethora of riotous or serious and thought-provoking stories, likely more than they might. I'm more thankful than anyone can know that I've had such a time of it. All right, what's up with the title, Memoir? It's a combination of memory, mine primarily with its current limitations, and memoir, a fancy name for what this is. That's all. Given the size of my unfortunate life, make that fortunate life, this will be like looking at the Mona Lisa through a straw, but it's better than nothing. I was going to YouTube this via bullet points, but the more I got into it, it became clear that I would miss details that way. So I wrote some of it out, and I bullet pointed some of it out when my fingers had gotten literally whittled down to the quick. I will try to avoid just reading it, but I have to have some kind of reference. How did I come to write something that few, if any, will be interested in, and that will cause an updating problem forevermore? Well, Eric and I were sitting at Ryan shooting the bull a couple years back when two things happened. Number one, Eric realized that he and I have an income disparity. And number two, I realized when you two were young, most of my life's insanity happened. And you being young, you know few of those stories. You guys suggested morphing all those stories into podcasts. In fact, I think Eric recommended that. The valid reason was that you might never read this, but you could listen to it in the car, at home, wherever. Davis then suggested a series of YouTube clips instead of podcasts. I think that's a great idea. You'll get to see my ugly puss and hear my melodious voice. Such a pleasure. The bad news for me is that every so often I'll have to repeat the YouTubes so it remains relevant. Probably, like maybe an annual addendum of different stuff that I've remembered. Bit of a pain, but give me a microphone and I'll wow that crowd. Since I'll be on camera, you'll get to see and hear me tear up, choke up, cry and such, and chortle. Oddly, I've never been bothered with people being around when my emotions cause me to lose it. True of both private and public spaces. So that part of this will be a snap. Don't expect chronological order. I'd rather use the time spent sorting the pages, doing writing and filming instead. I have lived my life as an exclamation point, a kaleidoscope. As I built this Academy Award nominee, it became insane, like me, how much I've been blessed to have seen and done. And this is pretty much just my memories, very few additions from others. And don't think I'm not grateful for all this. Growing closer to you two in recent years has been so satisfying. Movie night is a godsend. Whoever came up with that idea is a genius. I've seen your successes and failures over the years and cried over both. As I am, as I was when I wrote that sentence. I've offered you advice. 3% taken, 97% ignored. At least not till you became your version of adults. Ditto my time growing closer to La, Davis, and Carly. Be it sitting around the TV, snarfing pizza, that'll be a large hamburger with extra hamburger and extra cheese and a medium pepperoni with light sauce. Or having one-on-one dinners at the youngins' fave places. The four of us doing the same, attending your events with Nana and Jim, or going on trips to parts unknown. I just wish Adam and Fifi could be here with us to go on this wondrous ride. I've been a father, grandfather, and part of a typically too large Catholic fam. Quiet. In addition to you five, I've enjoyed the company of extraordinary friends. I see about 15 of them monthly and another handful about every 3 months. All but 2 of those relationships have lasted 30 plus years. But not with the one. A few words about you two and my third son. Adam and I had more in common than with you two guys, I think. We were both golf fanatics, pretty good at it, and played a lot of scramble tournaments together. We were also both sports crazy. Sports Illustrated, cover to cover, every week. Ryan, you've always been called my clone. What a compliment to me. Sherry was thrilled whenever she heard that. And Eric, I learned the most and the best from you. I've always said, you are the nicest person I know. You have a magic heart. Dramatic pause. I've learned lots from all three of you. Shut up. But I've learned the most and the best from you. I've been an employer, a damn good one, I think the vast majority of my coworkers would say. I've been a friend and coworker, an obviously regular restaurant customer, waitress, abuser, and frequently big tipper. I'm a friend to some of your friends, irregularly but enjoyably. I've been a husband, too many times, a lover, close your ears, usually with misled babes. What were they thinking? And have endured too many lost loves for my still damaged heart to bear. I was a 3.7 GPA student, a coach, a CPA, son, father-in-law, bro-in-law, son-in-law, Pappy, Pops, and Phil. A life of a life it's been. Enjoy.